Back in the day when I first started playing Type Soul, I used to suck at the game. My old ranked record was like 0-30 before I got my very first win. Now my record is like 108 on my main build. In this video I'm going to be helping you guys achieve a similar result, and I'm kind of just going to be teaching you how to get out of your current elo and into a higher one. I'm going to be going over a bunch of different steps that just about anybody can put into motion, and you should be able to see some results. Before I start though, we got a Horizon Essence giveaway in my Discord server. Join discord.gg/patslc and let's get right into the video. Alright, so at 0 to like silver, I would say what I would highly recommend at this elo is to learn combos and learn your specific build. The main issue you probably have right now is that you just haven't played the game enough and you aren't accustomed to everything. You don't know all the moves, you don't know how to deal with certain builds. So I would highly recommend just focusing on learning your own build and learning on combos. Don't focus too much on other people's builds. As long as you can get somebody into a decent combo at this elo, they won't know what to do, they won't know how to get out of it, and you'll just be able to win a lot more. Like for example, here I'm hitting this guy with the Unseen Blade Essence into Fast Fang combo. Obviously you won't have anything like that, but every single skill tree has combos, every single skill tree has something you can abuse. I would definitely just recommend relying on that to get out of this elo and just build some experience. Especially if you're losing a lot at that stage, I would definitely look to find something in your skill tree that you can abuse and then use that to get out of the elo. This might seem no skill, it's not really that bad because that's what everyone does. Like, I'm not saying turn into a keto spammer, but for example, for me, I use Spectre Step, Feint, Fast Fang, Waterfall Dance. That is my basic combo. It's really fun to use. Find something like that you can consistently land on people and just start spamming the hell out of it, and you'll just eventually get better. It'll end up becoming a habit for you, and as you go into the higher elos, it'll definitely help you a lot. And that's the best thing I can recommend for this elo, because your only real issue right now is the fact that you just don't know anything about the game. So that will just help you gain some wins, gain some confidence, and actually end up becoming a winner. Besides for that, I do know there's some people that are going like 0 and 200 or something. If you're going that bad, I think you might need to check out your build, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'll get more into that in another section, but for now, let's move on to the mid elos. Alright, now we're on like the interlude, and I kind of just want to say at this elo you're going to be fighting experienced players, and once you start fighting better players, having a really good offense is not going to be enough. This is a really obvious category, so I just made an interlude. Just focus on learning other people's builds and learning playstyles, learning the meta essentially. Like for me, I know a lot of people say Kendo's busted. I literally never lose to Kendo users. I know how to parry everything, and I know that I can literally just dodge out of every single Kendo move. You now should have a decent mastery over your own combo, and at this elo what I would highly recommend doing basically is just learning other people's builds. For example, this guy's running Stark. His entire moveset, I know after this beam there's going to be another one. I know that he has a long beam which he is stun locked, so if he misses it I can just punish him. Stuff like that. At this elo you just want to focus on just learning the game and focusing on mastering defending yourself against the meta. For example, that beam, if you get hit by that, you're kind of just cooked, but if he misses it, he's cooked and you can take advantage of it. But what most people don't know is that if you get too close, or most people should know this, but if you get too close then you're gonna get punished. At this elo you should stop falling for basic mix-ups. You should learn a bunch of different mix-ups. For example, Spectre Step, Feint into Fast Fang. That's a really obvious stuff that a lot of people do at higher elos. So you just want to start learning stuff like that, and you want to start expecting it from people more, because they're going to be trying to trick you. They're going to be trying to hit you with combos that you do not expect. So at this elo, what I would really recommend focusing on is just improving your defense and taking note of how people play and how to counteract it. And I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, just comment below. Anyways, let's move on to the actual section. And now we're on to gold, and this is actually the average elo, so this is like 70k to 100k. I did a poll a while back on my channel, and this is where most of you guys are at. So at this stage there are 3 main things you can do to get better. First off, play the game a lot more. This is obviously a non-negotiable. To get better at the game, you just gotta play the game. It's obvious, right? Second, at this stage you should probably be using a Metamancer build, and I don't mean like stats, I mean like a weapon and a Shigat. So for example, Duality Longsword, Bone Hakata. At this stage, unless you're really good without something meta, you're probably not going to be winning. Like if you're using water, you're not going to be winning. Water sucks, it does no damage. Please buff water. Anyways, and finally, number 3 is to optimize your build. Make sure you're running keybinds, make sure you have good equipment, and make sure you have an essence. I would like to say a disclaimer: even if you don't have like an essence or what's it called, good equipment, you should still be able to probably excel and still get better. I'm using pretty basic equipment. Like I don't have any of the boss rate drops. I have just everything you would probably get from ranked up until this point. So like Azura pans, like Gordog cloaks, God's prize, and all that stuff. No mythicals, no anything crazy like that. But if you can farm boss raids, get that stuff. It'll help you out a lot, and get an essence. I actually got to like 200k in the past without the essence. Now it's essences are pretty widespread, you're gonna see them quite a bit, so I would definitely recommend farming for essence. I made a video the other day if you guys want to see the best ways to get them, but really much else to it, to be honest. Like, there's no secret hack. I can't give you a secret cheat code to use that'll just make you a better type soul player. All you really have to do is to min-max your build, use something that's good, and just play the game a lot, and you'll just get better. Like, people overcomplicate it so much. Don't fall into that trap. Just play the game for fun, use something that's good. Like, I know, you know, obviously all the time you're not going to want to use the same exact build, right? You want to test out new stuff, but if you want to win, generally speaking, use the meta, have fun, and you'll just get better over time. That's what I did. I have one more like extra section where I'll just give a bit more advice for people that are struggling and just losing a lot, like 0 and 200 or something like that. So let's get right to bonus tips. The very first thing I'm going to talk about is synergy. Make sure your Shikai, weapon, or whatever works well together. If you're using two things that are meta, like let me give you guys a quick example. Hakuda is super brain dead. Berserk with hammer is really brain dead. Hammer, if you use it with like fire, it's gonna be trash. If I hop on hammer with berserk, it's gonna be a lot good, or a lot better. I don't know why I said a lot good, but it's gonna be a lot easier to use. It's gonna be a lot more busted. They won't be able to parry your M1s. They're gonna be stuck there. Hakuda with ink is super busted because ink disables their move. Ink is really good with kendo, but if I hop on ink with Hakuda, it's gonna be 10 times better because I'm gonna have them stuck in the air and they can't use an iframe move to get out of it, and they're too trash to parry Hakuda because they didn't watch my video on how to parry Hakuda. So you're just gonna be winning a whole lot more. It's really that simple, guys. Like, just make sure whatever you're using works well together, and make sure that you can have some really good combos. Like in this video, you guys are gonna be seeing me use my Benihime C into either Unseen Blade Core or my time speed cut, and most of the time people are not going to be able to do anything about that. Have combos like that. Have combos like that that you can rely on. At the start of the video, how I told you guys to get a combo that you can use with your build, make sure to pair that combo up with a Shikai and a weapon that works well together. Like for example, I'm pretty sure the X on lightning with the longsword, you can almost guarantee a guard break with that. People spam that all the time. That's one of the most clone trooper combos ever. But as long as you get a combo like that, and even on something unexpected, like for example my Benihime build again, nobody really expects me after I use my Benihime C to pop another move after that, just because it's not something that you really see every single day, even though it is kind of obvious, right? Anyways guys, that's about it for the video, to be completely honest with you. I appreciate you guys for watching the video and supporting me. I know a lot of my previous videos up until this point have been also getting decent views, and I really just want to say thank you for helping me out and helping me grow my channel. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to reach 4K by the end of the month, and join discord.gg/batslc for an epic Horizon Core giveaway. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.